Listen up.
Hi, Lucy. Hi, Kel.
The Lucy and Kel podcast.
Hey, everybody. It's an extended Tuesday, as we get into our podcast for the second official day of the week. If you're listening in real time and in order, it's a real time and in order good morning to Lucy.
G'day.
And it's a real time hello to Casey.
Yo, real time.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the podcast, no matter where you are in space or time. As we understand, it's all relative.
Who knows where you are? You might be at the gym listening to this. You might be walking. You might be on the toilet. I sometimes listen to podcasts on the toilet.
Now that you've said that, I'm not sure I want to continue this podcast.
Or in the shower.
Yeah, I listen to poddies in the shower
I've
all the
done that
time.
before.
And cleaning the house.
I don't know how I feel about now that this conversation is being listened to somebody as they sit on the toilet.
Because sometimes you have a podcast on your phone, you walk around the house and you go to the toilet and you just pop the phone down and you keep listening as you go to the toilet.
Yep.
There's nothing wrong with that.
No.
Going to the
Fine.
toilet is a human function. We
Right.
need to do it to survive. There's nothing rude or dirty or anything bad about it.
People will
Sometimes
never...
it's enjoyable.
People will never know. People will never know. Just a show of hands here in the podcast. People listening can make up their own mind.
Yep.
Who here has taken a device whilst they've been on the toilet? Right?
2 of the 3 put their hands up.
Yeah.
Who here has made a phone call from the bathroom? Show of hands.
Only to you. I'll talk to you on the phone on the
Great.
loo, but only you.
Thanks so much. There's
Maybe
nothing-
Casey.
I would say there's nothing less. There's that letdown feeling I get when Lucy's mid-conversation with me and I haven't clocked that she's in the bathroom, but then I hear the toilet flush. And I'm like, well, this is what it's like to be married, I
We're
guess.
married. What else do you want?
Are you a quiet
I'd
pooper?
maybe,
We don't ask that question on the podcast.
what else do I want? Maybe a phone call outside of the bathroom. That's all. That's what I
But
want.
this is what I would say to you. True love knows no bounds. I have let you into every aspect of my life.
Certainly have.
And I'm more open there to you than you are to me. And I love you so much. And I trust you so much to be
Do you really want me?
respectful of that. And
Do you-
you are. And I think that's healthy.
Do you really want me to invite you into my bathroom routine?
No.
Let's end the conversation.
Okay, let's
there.
stop. How do we even get here?
We're just talking about the fact, I think, that ladies love to be in the bathroom. How much do you love being in the bathroom?
Not really.
Not really. I just have
Really?
to go to the
No,
toilet.
we just go. We want to be in there as least as possible.
You misunderstand the question.
Okay.
Not the act of going to the bathroom. The bathroom in general.
No,
You don't like being in there.
no.
You do spend a lot of time in there,
I
ladies.
hate being. I have to spend a lot of time in there because I have to do my makeup. I have to do my hair.
I
have
did
to get
stop. I
dressed.
did stop for a second across the weekend, and I looked at our bathroom, and I'm like, "There's a lot of stuff going on here.
There's so
There's a lot of
much.
equipment.
I'm sorry.
No. I'm not saying.
I'm a
Hear me.
bathroom. No, I'm a
Hear
bathroom.
me.
I'm a bathroom hoarder, and I'll tell
the
you
same.
why. I'm the sort of person who goes, "Oh, look at that hair serum on sale. I'll buy that and try that." And I buy it, and then when I get home, I've got 15 hair serums, and then I
I'm-
feel bad for spending the money, so I don't chuck it, and then it all multiplies, and now I have so much stuff in my bathroom that I say to myself, "No more buying anything,
Yeah.
nothing." Unless you run out of something. Don't buy anything until it runs out. I'm trying because I've got too much stuff.
I, a simple man, look around the bathroom, and I felt like it was all necessary.
It's
I
unnecessary.
thought every single thing
No.
was necessary.
I'm a sucker. I just go, "Oh, new foundation." And then I go home and I'm like, "You got 10, you silly girl. You can't afford this. And now you've got all this foundation, then it's going off." I'm trying to be better and wiser with my purchasing of especially beauty products because I spend too much and too often I get sucked in so much to advertising when they're like, "Hey ladies, look 5 years younger." I go, "Okay." And I've got to stop because it's all a lie.
Are you
Anyway.
Are you experiencing the same thing in your bathroom, Casey?
No, it's on a very tight budget, but it is very messy in there.
Mine's
Oh,
so
just messy.
Oh yeah, I do my makeup in the morning and
Just
I try and
pours
be
out of
quiet. Yeah, but it just pulls out of the bag and
I
sometimes
just leave it and walk away and go, "I'll come back, I'll do that later." And then you
Yeah,
don't.
come back, do it later. But to be fair, it's ready for you the next morning because everything's out.
Totally.
So you might
is
as well
how-
just keep it out forever.
This is how I see it. As a simple man, I walk into our bathroom and much like an artist's studio,
Yeah.
there's a lot of canvases, there's a lot of paint, there's a lot of intention, creativity. And you're right, Casey, there's smudges, there's
Yeah.
marks, there's
Yeah.
half-open bottles, there's leaking things out.
Yeah.
I think it's just all part. I've never, again, from the jump, I've never thought of this in a bad way. I just assumed this is what it was like.
Yeah.
This chaos and this room that is completely dedicated to the way you look.
Yeah.
I just need you to know I hate the chaos of our bathroom at the moment.
Oh, okay.
And I know it's going to be like a day to
Doesn't-
pull it all out. And chuck
Doesn't
it all
bother me in
away.
the slightest. Favourite new thing in the bathroom?
I bought, you know that like whipped foam that you wash yourself
Oh,
with?
yeah,
and
yeah,
it's like
yeah.
pineapple flavoured. And it is so good.
Delicious.
Almost
And I
looks
said to
edible.
Kel, it does. It smells edible. And I've said to Kel, do not.
Yeah.
Don't touch it.
touch it.
Because you know once, Casey, I spent $100 on Olaplex, very expensive shampoo. You know what it is. It helps rebuild the bond. It's not just shampoo. It actually is like a treatment that helps rebuild your hair. I didn't have the money, but I thought I'm going to invest in my hair because my hair was snapping.
Yeah.
I bought a $100 shampoo bottle. After like a couple of weeks, and it should have lasted me a really long time because you only use a smidge on your hair because it's very strong. After a couple of weeks, I looked at the bottle. It was empty. It should have lasted me a year. It lasted me a couple of weeks. I said to Kel, this is very strange. My $100 shampoo has gone. Kel goes, I've been using it for body wash. Kel had been using my $100 that was meant to last me a year, gone through it in 2 weeks because Kel was like, blah, 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 wash, wash, wash. Washed his whole body every day with Olaplex. Do you know how?
Was he really hairy after?
The hair on his back was strong and luscious.
That's
Couple of
disgusting.
things. Couple of things.
Isn't that terrible? I was heartbroken.
Couple of things.
Cal, do
Couple
you
of
not
things.
read the bottle,
Couple
man?
of things in my defence.
Oh,
I thought it was our shower, and I've realised it's not our shower. And then I also thought, how much can body wash or shampoo cost? And I found out it can quite honestly cost $100 a bottle. So no longer, and I learned my lesson.
Did you buy one?
I think we did. At the very least, we invested in another 2 bottles, and they're ones I definitely will never touch. Is there
Yep.
something in your shower, Casey, your go-to thing that you're doing at the moment? Is it like some sort of, what did you call it? A pineapple
whipped mousse.
whipped mousse? I wouldn't even know what to do with it.
I'm just too organic for that. I just use a goat's milk soap and that's it. Riley liked all the fancy stuff,
soap's
but
a tricky
I've never
one.
bought anything.
I
So,
did-
see,
I did
well,
give
if Riley
favourite.
if Riley goes into the bathroom, is it a bar of soap?
It's bar soap.
So if he goes into the bathroom, sees that bar of soap, does he know
Yeah.
don't
He-
touch the soap?
No, he has bar soap. I
Oh,
use
you're
the same bar
you're
soap.
sharing the soap. I don't think we'd share soap.
Not where you put it.
They're a young married
Not
couple.
where you
though.
put your
They're-
soap.
they're
I don't
sharing
wanna-
everything.
don't wanna put that near me.
You don't have to highlight where I put the soap.
Let's just cut out soap.
The Lucy and Kel podcast.
If you were listening to yesterday's podcast, there was a discussion. Lucy believes we may have had this discussion before, and I'm not doubting her on that, because there is a long-held belief by Lucy that she has stood by unwaveringly for most of her life. And it came up again in conversation yesterday on the potty, and we just thought, let's air this conversation again and just get a real understanding of what the Light family thinks. It's one of the most purest survey says we could run. So it's time for a survey says.
Survey says.
Spain won the World Cup yesterday. Did you see Spain going off? My goodness, they know how to celebrate.
They are loving it. And I'm
was a-
so happy for them.
They all turn into Spider-Man. They're climbing buildings, they're climbing light poles, there's fireworks going off. Everyone's got fireworks, just in the living room, apparently.
Yeah,
And they are loving life, Spain.
yeah.
And you know who else loves Spain for a period of time? Lucy.
Yeah,
She's been to Spain.
I have.
Wait. I'm going to get
do
you. I'm
what
going to
I
get you to say it officially because this is the whole cornerstone of. And you were just going to throw it out there. She's been to Spain. This is your long-held belief, and I just mathematically want to figure it out with the Light family. She's been to Spain, but Lucy would like to go a step further than saying she's been to Spain.
I
Been to Spain
have been to Spain.
for how long?
This is so unfair because I
It's
want to
not
phrase
unfair.
it. I want to phrase it how I phrase it, and you're just controlling me.
All right, you can do it.
I have lived in Spain for a long time.
Oh, that's
That's
how
what
you.
I wanted to say.
That's how you want to phrase
Just
it.
let me say things how I want
Well,
to say it.
talk about leading the witness. You've lived in Spain for a
You-
long
if
time.
you wanna-
Oh, no. Okay, we'll
No.
take it. We'll do it this way. Lucy has lived in Spain for a
Correct.
long time. 0428 899 899. How long do you think that time would be then? If you want to do it this way, smarty pants. How long do you think Lucy living in Spain was? It's as simple as that. It's the
No.
shortest conversation we've ever had. You're absolutely right. 0428 899 899. It's a great
No,
scientific.
Casey, don't nod.
It's a great scientific suggestion that you've just made. I should have listened to you from the start. Lucy has lived in Spain. Now, Casey and I suggest that maybe she hasn't lived in Spain. I'll give you an example. I believe I lived in Brisbane for a while. Would you like to know how long that was? I lived in Brisbane for about a year and a half. Would we say a year and a half is living in Brisbane? How do
Sure, down. Not arguing with that.
You think that's true?
Sure.
I paid bills, I paid
Yep.
rent, I had a home.
Yeah, even if you didn't pay bills and rent, I'd be like, that still classifies it.
Now I know why you wanted to say it your way. How long has Lucy lived in Spain for, do you think, everybody? If she's saying the phrase, she lived in Spain, what's the time frame that comes to mind? Just let us know.
But
This would be a great indication.
But if-
0428 899 899.
so let me just ask a question. If people guess it, if people say blah, blah, then they're correct?
Yeah, but it's a survey says.
Survey says.
You're quite relaxed about it on the podcast, and now you're like, I will defend every inch of my territory. So, yeah, it's a survey says. So the more people that suggest the correct amount of time that you believe you've lived in Spain for will determine whether or not they think that's an appropriate phrase to use. Or maybe some people might feel maybe you holidayed in Spain. There's a hint, everybody. Maybe some people in the team think you holidayed in
I
Spain.
didn't holiday in Spain because it wasn't a holiday.
You lived.
I was living there. I had to go to the grocery shop and buy groceries to cook in the apartment. You don't do that.
Your holiday apartment?
Wasn't a holiday. I wasn't there on holiday. I wasn't holidaying in Spain. I was living there working
You've never
there.
brought this angle to the argument. We determine by length of amount of time you were there that maybe determines whether you live in a place or not. Now you've changed the game and suggesting that your activities determine whether you're living in a place or not. Is that what you're saying?
I'm just saying that there's many things that help you quantify whether you've lived in a place. Did my heart beat when I was there? Yes. Did I have breath in my lungs?
Okay.
And my friends, I lived there.
I'm sorry, I missed it.
Did I have to do my own
from
washing
the
and
jump.
drying? Yes. Did I go to the grocery shop? Yes. I
From
did
the
go to
jump,
grocery shop.
from the jump, you've said that you've lived in Spain purely on a biological level.
No, I'm saying on all levels. Metaphysical, emotional, spiritual, and in regards to the fact that I did
Length of
things.
time.
Length of time. Angela has guessed 24 hours.
So when you say you lived in Spain,
That's incorrect.
she says based on what she knows about you,
That's offensive.
this could be as little as 24 hours.
Angela.
Well, let me ask for Angela's behalf. If you spent 24 hours somewhere, have you lived there?
No.
Oh, okay. Now there's a bit of a spectrum. Now I've got an understanding. So it's more than 24 hours, but it may be less than what you think.
Elizabeth said, I think Lucy lived in Spain for 2 months. Nick said, I bet it's 3 months. And then his next text was, with how defensive Lucy is being, I'm going to reduce that to 6 weeks. Brian suggests a month. B said a month. Kathy said a month. Kathy said 4 weeks is not living there. It's like an extended holiday.
Right.
Even if you were working.
Okay.
Rude.
This isn't to say that people, because the way we've questioned you now this morning, this isn't to say you agree with Lucy. This is based on Lucy says she's lived in Spain for a period of time. This is how long people think you mean, based on what they know about you.
Corrine says, I can't wait to know the real answer. Anything in less than 6 months is not considered living as per the definition of Australian borders.
I think that means visas. Because don't you get a 6-month visa to just hang out in another country? But then
No.
Australia doesn't consider that to be living. You're just
All-
hanging out.
All countries are different.
No, I think there's a pretty standard
No, all
visa
countries
system.
have different visas and different visa times. Every single country is different in the whole world, my friend.
All right. Are you going to reveal to people how long you lived in Spain for?
Karina also says the other litmus test is a police check. She goes, did you fill up a form for a police check?
A lot
Do
of
you
people
put
saying
that you lived
yeah.
in Spain.
A lot of people saying, did you rent? Did you pay electricity bills? Did you pay gas bills? That sort of stuff.
Jude says, morning. Lucy's never said anything about living in Spain.
Oh, she says a lot.
I said a lot.
Yeah, a lot of times.
Then
she
he
says
goes on to say, knowing Lucy, she likes to exaggerate.
Oh.
And I believe she might have been there maybe 3 to 4 months. He goes, if it had been longer, she would have spoken about it a
He
lot.
thinks 3 to 4 months is not enough. This is the energy I'm getting. Even if it was 3 to 4 months, it's still not living somewhere.
All right, then I will reveal.
Ladies and gentlemen, Lucy truly believes she lived in Spain for a time, and that length of time that Lucy lived in Spain was for
4 weeks.
4 weeks.
I lived in Spain. I was.
Casey's giving you a round of applause.
Thank you, darling. I was working. I lived in an apartment. Was I living in Spain? Yes. Was I earning money in Spain? Well, we were ripped off by the guy that took us over there and we were never paid. But I was meant to.
I think all we need.
Did I go grocery shopping? Did I have to do the laundry?
I think all we need.
I lived. My heart beat. I breathed. I lived.
Listen,
in Spain. Viví en España. Oh, sorry, I forget.
Sometimes she falls into
I
it.
drop into my Spanish. What I just said was, to translate for those who haven't lived there, I just
very
said,
good.
I lived in Spain.
That's very good. Next time Lucy goes quiet during a song, I'll know what she's doing.
I'm not, I was
She's
praying.
Googling Spanish phrases.
That's not true.
If you'd like to go through, because, I will say, unsurprisingly, a lot of people have come to your defence. Is 4 weeks long enough to live somewhere?
Massive love to Angela, who said 100% yes, Lucy lived in Spain for 4 weeks. A massive love and
Also, a supplementary text, love you, Lucy.
yeah, and a massive love to my favourite Kathy in Mooney Ponds, who goes, "Of course you did, Lucy. You were living. You were there. You have lived there.
All right.
Thank you, darling. I love you. Love you so much.
I'm getting girls' weekend vibe now.
Love
of
you,
course
love
you
you,
did,
love you.
babes. Of course
Love
you
you.
did. He doesn't know what he's talking about, babes.
But he goes, I've lived in Laverton for 2 years and I buy food. If you did the same, then Lucy, yes, you lived there. Thanks,
If you
B.
buy food
Thanks,
there,
B.
you live in there.
Thanks.
Oh, that's good to
Jude
know.
goes, absolutely not.
Oh, Jude, hang on.
Jude says, if that's the case, I've lived at school for 11 years. Well,
Well, it feels like it sometimes when you're growing up.
Alison goes, no, 4 weeks is not living in Spain, even when people do food and laundry on holiday.
I don't think she's that upset.
No, but I gave her that voice.
Yep.
And that's well, you
your
know
choice.
what? That's my choice because you guys could have rung in
And said how great she
could have
was.
said it in your own voice. But if you're going to text in, I'm going to read it in my voice. And
Especially if you don't agree with her.
exactly.
All right.
Juliet says, good morning. I think if you go to a place to work there, it includes living in that place.
Right.
But if you're travelling, it's holidaying rather than
Okay.
living. Thus, Juliet's voting for Team Lucy because Juliet always would. Love you, Juliet.
Excellent.
Feel like,
you like
the
to-
majority of people just said that I lived in Spain.
Look,
And I
we've
just
got-
want to say to those people, buenas noches.
All right.
Soy tengo años. Hola, soy Marcus.
We've got some time at the end of the year for holidays. Would you like to return home to Spain?
Muy bien.
Okay.
The Lucy and Kel podcast. You're going to love this next bit. Oh, spoiler alert.
We have a good friend of the show. She is the lady who knows all things about parenting teens and tweens. She's an author. She's a speaker. She spoke at events here at The Light, but she's always in demand. Her name is Michelle Mitchell, and she joins us now. Hello, Michelle.
Two of my favourite people. Good morning to you.
Stop it. Don't stop it.
It's a good start.
I'll tell you what's a good start is Michelle is just about to release, in fact, today, I believe it comes out, a brand new book called Friendship Smart, A Parent's Guide, 12 Principles to Help Tweens and Teens Build Strong, Secure Relationships. First of all, Michelle, congratulations on the book.
Oh, thank you so much. Do you know, this is my very first interview. I'm about to go to Channel 9 studios and then ABC, but The Light.
Good.
Hello, guys. Here we are.
I like that. And I love this because you don't know what you don't know. And we expect kids to grow up and have these complex human relationships. And sometimes as parents, we don't teach them the tools that they need to take into those friendships to have good, healthy, solid friendships, because there are things we can teach our kids to help. And that's what this book is all about.
100%. Our kids are struggling so much more in our friendships than that we were when we were younger. And it's almost like a social skills shortage at the moment. And it's not because they don't want to, and it's not because they don't care. They're just making really high pressure decisions in really visible environments at school oftentimes, and they're struggling to know how to do it. And we have to step up and help them. They're in a much more relationally complex world than we lived in.
Yeah.
They've got a phone in one hand as well, and AI right on their heels, and we've got to get in there and help them.
A lot of the time back in primary school, the mums would get together first, and then you'd be like, oh, these are my friends, are they, mum? And mum would be like, yes, the children of the women that I've just met at primary school are now your friends.
Yeah, they're your best friends, mother's group.
And these days, because of social media and, as you said, the complex state of the relationships of younger people, a lot of the time parents don't even know who's friends with whom.
That's right. And Go Play is not enough of an instructional manual.
No.
You know, we've just we've gone like, yeah, just go mingle, go play. And kids are lost and they're hurting each other. And they don't want to, but they just are disconnected in a very connected world. And there's so much we can do to help. I've got a framework in there, guys, that is built on safety, chemistry, and effort. And it actually gives parents 12 visual diagrams to give kids a visual of how their friendships can play out.
Yeah.
And so they can say, that's my friendship, that's my friendship, that's my friendship, and give them practical ways that they can shift the shape or shift their friendship based on their experience of safety, chemistry, and effort in their relationships. And that's what parents need, is very tangible tools that kids can see at a glance and go, that's me.
I love that this is so intentional. I remember when my daughter went off to school, and like we said earlier, when they're little, when kids are like 2 or 3 in the playground, they're like, you're a kid, I'm a kid, now we're best friends. But then they grow up and they become older. And I vividly remember the first time my daughter came home and something had happened in her friendship circle. And I remember being shocked. And then I remember thinking, oh, yeah, this is the next evolution of her life and my parenting. And I'm really glad she's got a great cohort and she's got some really great best friends. But even that has been a massive learning for me when she comes home and she's like, such and such said this and it made me feel this way. And I'm like, oh my, and I'm a pretty switched on parent, but it's a whole new learning set of skills for me to know how to help her, because I can't do it. I've just got to send her back to school and hope she does it. And I love that you have got a book now that's for parents like me that's going to help me know how to help her.
Absolutely. And there's tools, there's language, there's the actual scripts, but it's also to help parents like just process their emotions away from their kids. Just give themselves a minute to know what to say when they're standing at that bedroom door and they're like, am I going to make this worse or am I going to make this better? How do I approach this situation?
Well, that's a very good question, I think, Michelle, and I think a lot of parents do. I know there's not a specific percentage number that we can land on how involved you should be or not be, but I know a lot of the time I'm often leading the conversation with, how are your friends at school? How many friends do you have? What are your friends like? Are we putting too much pressure on the kids? Are we not putting enough pressure on relationships? It's hard to find the mark.
Well, Cal, what I say is this, it's not a popularity contest. We're actually setting our kids up with the skills they need for the rest of their lives. But I've got to get parents to zoom out. We're not getting them through grade 5. We're not getting them through grade 9. We're actually setting them up for first loves, for first jobs.
Yeah.
You know, we're setting them up for the first time someone's really going to push their worth and we're not there to catch them. And so it's a very different mind shift from saying, does my kid have friends?
Yes.
To, does my kid have the skills they need to cope when I'm not there to catch them? And that's the shift that I want parents to make. And that's what this book's about. It's focusing on a different metrics.
Yeah. It's like the teacher man to fish analogy. You're right. It's not just about, does little Jaden have a good mate in grade 5? It's how can we teach little Jaden to be a great friend for the next 20, 30, 50, 60, 100 years?
And it's the skills to make and maintain friendships during a time in their life where friendships are transitioning so much.
Yeah.
And so it's drawing on such a sophisticated skill set. But adolescence is not a minor chapter in kids' lives.
No.
Like, this is like the breeding ground of like the beginning of their entire adult life. And their brain is a lab for social growth.
Ooh.
So this is just a really exciting time for parents to be able to dig in and say, like, what we do now is actually going to make a difference in 10 years' time. The boy my son is in grade 9 could be the man he steps into marriage being.
Yes.
I love the way this is sounding, Michelle, and the way this book is going to unravel a lot of these questions that we have as parents, especially the zooming out and training the kids in how to deal with relationships, because I think every parent faces that situation where one of the kids in their family has a friend whom they love, but we as parents are like, oh, wish you could find another friend.
And I always say to parents, that is a issue that every parent will face at some point in the teenage years. What happens when my kid starts hanging out with kids that have different values in my family, or someone that I deem to be the wrong crowd? And I firstly say, look, are they the wrong crowd because they're 2 steps off jail, or they're swearing occasionally? Like, because you are going to get this spectrum of behaviour when they're adolescents.
Yeah.
We want something greater than curation. We want kids to understand that friendship is a choice. It's a very important choice. And if we take that choice away from them, they are not going to learn the lessons that they need to learn. But our job as parents is safety. So it's this delicate balance. And I always say to parents, we are so much better with discussion, not directives, because ultimately when they leave our front door, they're going to make decisions without us, and we can't stop that.
Michelle, we love chatting to you. I love how every single time we talk to you or I hear you speak, it's just always so empowering. The word I find myself always wanting to describe is you are empowering us as parents. You're not telling us off. You're not being like, oh, it's a scary world. Kids are terrible. You're like, let's go. That's your vibe. You're like, kids are awesome. We've got this. Let's go. And I love that about you. And I'm excited about this new book. It's out today. Thank you so much for your time, Michelle.
Oh, thank you so much for having me, guys. You are the best.
The Lucy and Kel podcast.
I want to talk about what was the word of the year last year.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, the word of the year last year, 2025, was...
The word is parasocial.
Now,
do you know
often
what that means?
I feel like I often hear parasocial relationships.
Yes.
That's what I hear.
Parasocial relationships. Correct. Do you know what that is if you were to describe it? Would you like me to read out the Cambridge Dictionary definition?
Yes, please.
Involving or relating to a connection that someone feels between themselves and a famous person they don't know, or a character in a book, a film, a TV series, even AI. It's about feeling like you have a relationship with someone you really don't know at all, but because you're involved in their lives, whether that be through TV, podcasts, socials.
Because you're following somebody.
Yeah.
You're consuming their life.
You know them. I was thinking...
That can be very dangerous, I feel.
Well, when it's taken to the nth degree, but
that
if
ends
it's
up
harnessed
you're
for
in
good.
their backyard and you're getting tackled by security.
No.
And you're screaming, but I know Hugh Jackman. He's a friend of mine.
True.
And they wheel you off to jail.
I was thinking about this, and I didn't even know it was word of the year until someone told me the other day, but I was thinking about this because there is this guy I listen to in the UK. He's an etiquette coach. He's very posh. He's so posh.
Right.
And he tells everybody how to be better at everything. He does all these videos. He's on podcasts. He's like, this is how... The other day I watched a video of him and he's like, if you're eating hot chips out, this is how best to eat hot chips.
Is he accurate or is he just making it up
No,
for
he's
fun?
accurate, and he knows like the etymology of everything. He knows the
Amazing.
reasons. He understands like royal protocol.
Right.
He's young as well, but he's very posh. And then he also does another podcast with another British TV and radio host called Jordan North, who is from the north in the UK, where my family's from the north as well. Anyway, I've just realised recently that I feel like these two guys are my best friends. And I feel like that I was thinking, going, if I could meet them somehow. I know they're famous in the UK. In fact, one of them just did a voice in Toy Story. He's that famous, the British version of Toy Story. They're so big.
They're Lucy's best friends.
I feel like sometimes I talk about them to people like they're my friends. And then I feel like if I could just meet them, they would be like, you know what? You're just like us. You're one of our best friends. And I feel like I'd be besties with them.
But obviously because of your chosen profession, you understand that they're nothing like they are.
No, they are.
Well, I know you feel like
No,
that.
they totally are. They are exactly who they say they are.
Are you suggesting that things like the internet and like social media and like podcasts have blurred the lines between what people... There used to be like a film screen or a television screen between us and the celebrities. And now there's no more screens.
There's no more screens.
We're all mixing together.
I love it. Like, in podcasts, they'll be like, what you do on the weekend? And he'll be like, I go had some fish and chips with me mum. And I'm like, oh, I love this. I can't get enough. I want to know more. And I'm like, I don't even know why I care. But I care. I really care.
You do care about people that you have absolutely no understanding of or have ever met.
Do you not have a parasocial relationship with anybody in the world?
Look at me. I can tell
Keanu Reeves.
No. He's a celebrity whom I've never met before.
Casey,
He's
do you
John
have
Wick.
do you have parasocial relationship? Lots of people do.
Casey, do you have anyone where you feel like you know them? I feel like Casey might be in my headspace where she knows what reality is.
Yes.
Like you're not following following Benson Boone, are you? And thinking that you're best.
I would say Justin Bieber.
Now, what we heard there was Casey's like, I feel like I understand what reality is, but I'm also best friends with Justin Bieber.
Totally. Totally. You do. You do.
I am not saying this isn't a thing.
No,
And
it's
I'm
word
saying-
of the year.
I'm saying
because
it's an absolute thing.
This is how social media's become so successful.
I think people who maybe have small sets of relationships in real life, also known as me,
Yeah.
I have very small sets.
You're just not on social media, though.
I'm just not a social person. But I
Parasocial
think
relationships.
You need to be very social.
No, not at all. Parasocial relationships come through consuming, I think, lots of either social media or podcasts, etc., etc., etc. And you don't. So you're probably the worst person to have this conversation
I was
with.
a huge fan once of a talk show host named Craig Ferguson.
Right.
And he would do a talk show and he would have a picture frame of his family facing him on his desk. And a guest said one night, why don't you turn that around for everybody to see? Why is it only facing you? And he said, it's a reminder to me that they don't know who I am and that I don't know who they are, that this is a entertainment transaction.
Right.
I'm providing a service. They are the audience, but we have to keep this line between fiction and reality. Because, again, nothing to downplay that that's real, but parasocial relationships can be a little bit fictitious.
Well, they're all fictitious. This isn't a debate whether they're good or right or wrong or they exist.
It's do you have one?
It's do you have one?
Okay. And you have one with? Well, Casey has one with Justin Bieber.
Yeah. And I have one with...
A couple of guys from the UK. Good to know.
An etiquette coach.
Are they coming over for dinner at any point?
Oh, that would be amazing. We'd get along so well. And then I think they'd say, do you know what?
Do you think people have a parasocial...
Do you want to be on our podcast? I'd be like, I do.
I could ask you this question. Do you think people have a parasocial relationship with you?
I don't know. I'd hesitate to say maybe.
Can I say, honestly, in all honesty...
When I meet people in the shops, I get massive hugs and they're like, I love you. And then I don't know them.
Can I say in all honesty, and people think I'm just because I love you, but there's not much difference between the you that you present on the show and the you in real life, which is very rare, I think.
I am who I am.
You are. There's slight differences, like you're a real person.
Yeah.
And sometimes you are a normal person who's upset about me breaking something at home. Mm-hmm. But there's a very thin line between. So I think people hearing you on the radio would get the same you in the car park.
Correct.
Well, I don't think they get the same me in the car park.
I pride myself on that because I just want to be who I am. There's no point. I can't have faked a personality for 20 years on radio. What would be the point of that?
I'm not faking a personality, but I am a bit of a different person in real life.
Anyway, do you have a parasocial relationship? Who do you feel like you know? Eric has said, well, Lucy and Kel, because he listens to us. That's very nice. And Jude says the same thing as well. And Jude says, I always listen to you guys. You make me feel good. I see you as my friends. And I feel like if we were to meet, we'd get along really well. It's very sweet.
That's almost the summation of a parasocial relationship.
Well, that's exactly what it is.
You feel like if you met this person, you'd be best friends.
Jared goes...
And Lucy's not saying
yes,
that you wouldn't be.
Jared goes, I could argue that we, the listeners, have a parasocial relationship with the two of you. But if you've met us and know us by our name, is it still parasocial?
Or it just becomes social.
Oh, that's a really good question. Who's to know? Mel from Werribee has said, I enjoy Taylor Swift, definitely, Lucy. I talk about her like she's one of my closest friends. That's
Taylor Swift's absolutely nailed it.
Yeah. Ben from Ringwood goes, Hamish Blake, I love him. I love him on Lego Masters. I've listened to him for so long. I just feel like he would be my best friend, even though he has no idea I exist.
I feel like Lucy might be in that camp.
Who doesn't love Hamish Blake? Josh from Mornington says, Gordon Ramsay, I watch so much of his content that I feel proud of everything he's achieving. Oh, you must have just watched his recent doc about building that restaurant. Oh, that's so funny. And Amy goes, you too. I know all about your lives and your kids and your dogs, and I have to remind myself I've never met you. Oh, this is what I'm talking about. This is what it's all about.
For better or for worse.
Hello,
Rose and
Rose.
Doreen. Good morning, Rose.
Good morning, Lucy and Kel.
Parasocial relationships?
Yes, do you remember Full House, your TV series?
Of course.
Do you remember DJ?
Yes, Candace Cameron.
Yes, I always liked her when I used to watch that TV show. And then when I became Christian and knowing that she was Christian, I even fell in love with her more, and I bought all her books recently.
Oh, there you go.
You may have touched on something as well. Maybe parasocial relationships have happened for a long time, because I feel people feel the same way about the cast of Neighbours or Home and Away or people
Friends,
from a country
maybe.
practice.
Yeah.
People that you really
it's just
felt you
different
knew
now
them.
because of the digital side of things, I think, because of things like social media. You can see a video of Hamish Blake in his kitchen making his kid a cake, and it's a very different relationship we have to these kind of people these days. It's fascinating.
The Lucy and Kel podcast.
And dare I say, at the end of another reasonably successful podcast. Well podcasted, Lucy.
Thank you very much.
Well podcasted, Casey.
Thank you.
We're off to do some self-care after the podcast. I'm speaking on Lucy's behalf. You're off.
What are you doing?
Lucy's going for some Lucy time, she said.
Yeah, I think I'm just going to go for a wander to the
Let's
shops.
be fair,
By
Casey.
yourself?
Yeah.
That is so rude.
She loves it.
What do you mean?
I'm not invited.
You can come.
No, I don't want to come now.
Oh, it's
I
rude.
wasn't
What you're
invited
saying is it's
originally.
rude that you have not been invited
Yeah.
to this outing.
Because earlier today she said we should go for a walk to Woolies to get...
We're gonna do
sushi.
that?
No, I'm not coming now.
No, we're doing that. I'm saying later this afternoon.
On top of that.
Oh.
Later this afternoon, I'm going to go to. I'll say where I'm going.
apologise.
You know they've built that massive Kmart home store called
going-
I thought I might go there today.
I'm so sorry that I judged you.
Thank
That's
you.
So
Can I
rude of
say,
me.
just
I'm going with you to the shops. I've got a shopping list. Look, I've got
Okay,
a Woolworths
great.
shopping list here.
can I say,
Here on the shopping list, Bega Stringers, Yo Pro Strawberry, Heinz Ketchup, Thai Style Chicken Soup.
based on that very recent interaction between the both of you, you've both been in a bit of a mood, and I think you both deserve a walk outside.
It's true. Been trapped
And
in
on
here.
that bombshell,
Yes.
it's time to wrap up the podcast. Until we meet again, thanks for spending some time in this podcast, no matter what time of the day it is for you. Have a great one, everybody. And until we meet again,
McCain hash browns, 4 and 20 king-size sausage rolls.
Well, that's all for now. But you can download more podcasts anytime or catch Lucy and Kel live weekday mornings from 6 till 10 on 89.9 The Light.
This is the end bit. This is the end bit.
Woo!
This is the end bit
Yeah.
of the show.
And bit.